Hey, it is hot out, but I wanted to record some thoughts that I have been having lately. I'm just at the park here. Just got done with a little tiny, like 10-minute walk. And so last night I had kind of this light bulb moment when it comes to being like, oh my God, emotional needs is a thing. And what I've been doing over the past year is experimenting to figure out what my emotional needs are so that I can advocate for myself and so that I can communicate to people what my emotional needs are, and I'm able to know if I can authentically show up for other people's emotional needs, or I can better understand how to support their emotional needs so that I can have really meaningful friendships, because loneliness is a big theme in my life too. And I'm realizing that, yeah, it is all a result of emotional neglect as a kid. And yeah, so I've been thinking about that, and it just kind of made me be like, okay, I can keep on choosing to treat ask myself, what are my emotional needs? I can keep on asking myself that. And so earlier today, you know, I had gotten up and did laundry, ate breakfast. I was stretching a little bit, went on the elliptical, made soup that I can have for this week. And then my mind was spinning, and I was feeling really overwhelmed, and I was having all these like negative like thoughts in my mind, just kind of like fixating and having these painful emotions surrounding the thoughts about like problems that I feel like I can't fix, or just like, I guess, flashbacks, kind of like emotional flashbacks. And in the past, I would have just like either kept on getting more irritated about it, and I don't really like the word spiraling, but basically that, or I would have just like put on the TV, laid down, played a phone game, have the TV on in the background, and just zoned out for hours and just been like, it's okay. And that is an option. But this time, because of what I was learning about emotional needs last night, this time I was like, what are my emotional needs right now? And I was talking to Chat GPT a little bit just about all the thoughts I was having. And the ideas were, that Chat GPT generated were, to try to figure out clues. You can experiment. Like, I don't have to get it right the first time of what my emotional need is, but I can try to use the context clues to be like, what might my emotional needs be? Being like, okay, I'm feeling really fuzzy headed and like out of my body. Maybe a light walk would be good. And I was like, okay, yeah, but that doesn't sound quite right in the moment. Like when I think of going on a walk, I'm just feeling like afraid and all this stuff. So anyways, I basically, from that, I was able to realize, I've seen the word executive functioning online, but I was able to realize like, oh, I am struggling with executive functioning right now. I am having a hard time deciding what to do, being the executive in my life and functioning by being the executive, the one who decides what to do and how to use my energy and my, life force, creative power, all of that, having a hard time prioritizing. It's especially hard because sometimes we have gotten used to, in the past, forcing ourselves to do things in, with cruel motivation techniques. And then, we have fears about doing something, and then we go back and forth being like, should I go out and walk? I'm afraid of all these things. I'm afraid of people looking at me. I'm afraid of the tension I always feel when I'm outside, and being like, but I want to fulfill what I've been wanting to do lately of, you know, choosing the type of hard, like I can't think of the phrase right now. Just what type of hard thing do I want to do? Like I have to choose some way to help myself get out of this mess that trauma does to you. And anyway, so that is what I realized last night with the executive functioning was what I was struggling with. And I don't know, I definitely am wanting to continue experimenting with just sharing what I'm doing every day, because I think for me that is like a fun way to help myself do the things I promised to myself and have that sense of accountability. I know it's not super, that lady thinks I'm videotaping her because I have my phone up. She doesn't know that I'm videotaping myself. But it's I very much want to distracted now. I very much have an emotional need of privacy, because I get so distracted being like, oh God, is someone, am I hurting somebody? Is somebody afraid? Am I harassing somebody? Is somebody gonna try to hurt me because they feel afraid? Anyway, I'm getting distracted, but yeah, basically my goals for myself for the month of July at least, are to every day go outside and try to just make it like a peaceful, gentle thing where I remind myself that I don't have to be like performing like some idealistic experience. Like I don't have to go out and like have the most emotional experience of beauty of nature, and I don't have to feel completely safe in order for it to be worthwhile and beautiful of what I'm doing. And I don't have to, because for me it's worth it. It's worth it to go outside on these walks and try to help my posture. I have chronic neck pain because my core muscles are really weak, and it causes me to like tense up and overcompensate in my neck and shoulders. And a lot of it is because I spend so much time laying down. So yeah, I'm trying to just be like, okay, I have to try to learn how to care for my emotional needs, and yeah, other needs too, physical needs, but emotional needs is the key for me right now, and to use every bit of pain I feel or confusion or overwhelm or whatever as a clue for how I can better meet my emotional needs. And yeah, so that is what is going on in my life. And there's a lot more things that I was thinking of earlier, but I've kind of forgotten, and some things that I wrote down while I was walking, but I can't remember it right now because I'm on my phone and it's written on my phone. I can't see it while I'm filming this. So yeah, it's a part of that sense of accountability. The things I have left to do that are like supporting my hope, my emotional needs, my goals, is to apply for at least one more job. I'll probably do more than one, but just I'm applying to jobs every day. And yeah, anyway, take care, bye.